the activity starter. So you go to connectivity, okay, and then drag and drop what the activity starter on your screen. We need to change some properties, okay. So with this activity starter, what happens is when the person clicks on the floating button as I demonstrated to you guys, okay, it's going to make a list of all the dermatologists around the person. So it will open Google Map and then make a list of all the dermatologists around the person. So I'm going to share some URLs. Okay, so the first one is going to be the parameter for this. So Android or intent of action or view. The second parameter should be for the activity class and class. Okay. The third parameter should be for the activity package. And then the third lesson should be for the data URI. Not the data type, data URI. Okay, if you misplace them, okay, what will happen is it won't work. Okay. So after dragging the activity starter, make sure you fill in this. Okay, these things can be done in the blocks, but you can do it here too, it will still work. And then we want a floating button. Okay. So with the floating button, you go to your user interface, and then so in your user interface, we have what the floating action button. Okay, drag and drop it. It's a non-visible component. Okay, so you won't see it. It would only appear after building your app. Okay, so this, I think we all know about the floating button. So there's the floating button. See it here. Okay, so let me see my properties. So you can change the name of your float, the color or background color for floating button. My elevation was 10, and then the icon, let me take, I'll put none here. Okay. Okay, so you could see that the reason why mine didn't appear was I gave it an icon name. So I actually uploaded an icon. We don't want that. Okay, because I also gave it what a material icon name called send. Okay, so the icon name should be none. The material icon name is send. Okay, send, and then you can give the icon a color. So let me give it this. Since the background is blue, let me give it this. Blue goes with which color? Red. Let's leave it to white. Okay, so we just leave it to white. Let's leave it default color. My margin 16, margin right 16, size 1. Okay, normal size. Okay, so we want to make some phone calls. Okay, so when the user clicks on the list picker once and then selects the dermatologist, Dr. Sick or Dr. Health, it should make what a phone call. So to do that, you go to your social palette. Okay, you click on your social and then drag and drop what the phone call component. Okay, not phone number picker. Okay, we want what phone call component. Drag and drop it onto your screen. When you're done, okay, let me see. There's no property for it. Okay. So the phone number, let's say you want it to call a particular number, you can put that number there. So maybe you're building an application for for you or your company. You just put your company's phone number here, and then they can do the calls and things. Remember, the floating action button won't show. It's a non-visible component. It would only show after building your application. But there's something here. Okay, our personal image classifier. I think we need to select the web viewer. Okay, we need to say, but I don't know why it's not showing, which is why we are getting that error. Okay, we are supposed to select the web viewer because we have a web viewer which is supposed to display. I think I did something. It was working all right, but I had to duplicate the screen, and then after duplicating the screen, something stopped working. I don't know why. Yeah, but if you guys have this, can someone click on the drop down and see if it will make a list of web viewer?
It's not.
There's nothing showing for you guys.
Yes, same as mine.
Really, but you have the web viewer in your application.
Yes.
And I don't know why. Okay, so let's see. So you go to so now we want to train our model. Okay, we want to train our model. So I'm going to just close here, and then you guys should visit this link. This is where we are going to do the training. Control C. I'm going to share. You can either use the webcam for your training, but we don't want to use the webcam because we already have our images. So we are going to copy images from our laptop. Okay. Other than that, we would have used the web viewer, the camera to do our lesson too. So first, if you are on this page, okay, our first classification or training for classification label will be the benign skin disease. So benign, add label. What is happening? Okay, and then I need to choose file. So where's my downloads? Okay, so I'll go to benign, and then let me see, is this the benign or this malignant? Let me see. Okay, you name select one first. Click open. Let me see how the benign images. I think it rather selected the malignant. I think. So you guys don't worry. We can always rework on it. So if you have time, can. Also, one thing is after building your model and everything, and maybe so you store the file somewhere, and then when you want to come and rework or add more training data to your model. So let's say I already have my model, so I can come and upload it and then retrain it, add more data sets and like. So we use the upload model here. You can choose and let's add another. Let me see. So this 92. So 3. Okay, so because of time, we'll just use 5 images for now. At your free time, you can work with more images. Okay, so what I did was to create another label for our malignant, what is the name? Our malignant data. So open, and I'll choose another one. So I'm just going to work with 5, okay. This is just for educational purposes, and because of our time, normally you should have large amounts of data to train your models, okay. Resume. So from there, yeah, you can see this. You don't need to know about this. These are advanced things. These are advanced things. Yeah. So unless maybe you're an advanced programmer, you might know, and then you're into AI, you know what these things mean, Adam and the likes, epoch, and then learning rates. Yeah. So we are going to just forget about this and then just train our model. Okay. But epoch is more about like the number of rounds it should go through or iterate through your like your data. Okay, the number of times you should go through your data for the training. The learning rate is like more of like going to learn more about your data, trying to find out errors and the likes. we have something called gradient descent. I don't think you need those things. So you can just train the model. Okay, so it's training. So give some time to train. Yes, okay. Okay, so even with 10 data sets, you saw what happened. It took some time. How much more 100 or 200? This might take longer time. So benign zero example. So our testing, we want to test our data. We want to test our data. So one thing we have something called 80 and then 80. We split the data. Okay. So normally to be able to test your your app or your AI model, we call some validation. You need to validate it to like you hide data that it hasn't seen before, or you've not trained it on that data, and then you show it that data to like to you to determine whether like it actually understands. Yeah, like yeah, there's what you means by benign or malignant. Okay, so we need to show it an example. Let me add an example. Oh, why did it do this? Rather, let me choose file. Um, so predict. So when I predict it, label correctness, label incorrect. Okay, so it's what is happening? But you can see the benign 50%, malignant 40%. Label correctness. I don't need. Let me clear this. Let's see. Label correctness, label confidence graph. Why isn't it giving my confidence? I need some. It's supposed to show me a graph of its confidence, but let's go back to the testing. Okay. Let me choose one. See this, then add an example. It's still giving me like yeah, so it's giving me a wrong prediction. I think this dark thing, I need to work on this dark thing. Yeah. So results this wrong. It's wrong prediction. Let's see if there's something hiding. There's something wrong here. Okay, so it has 50% accuracy. That's this is my malignant. Okay, so let me check my malignant folder and then compare the image and see. Is correct? Okay, so yeah, so it's correct that yeah, it's malignant. Okay, so that's correct. But I don't see why these dark things keep appearing. I think there's something must have done wrong. Then go back to testing and then let me rather do something here. Right. Okay, so this is correct. So it's 90% accurate. That's this is benign. So you saw us picking it from the benign folder. Yeah, so yeah, this is correct. Um,